Hey folks, my name's Jack, welcome to Peach Guitars. Today we're going to take a look at the PRS SE Swamp Ash Special. Could it be their most versatile model yet? There's no denying that the slightly more affordable end of the guitar market has just been improving and improving and improving, and we don't touch on it quite enough. So we're going to break that form for today's video and start talking about some more affordable guitars, specifically from the SE range of Paul Reed Smith guitars. SE is easily the most accessible and popular line of guitars that PRS make. They sell absolutely thousands and thousands of them, and it's expanded now to the point that they have a model that references almost everything that they make in their higher end lines, the core lines and the S2 lines, but at that more affordable price point. And the fact that it's just getting wider and wider and more varied means it's good news basically for any kind of guitar player, because there will be a model that exists in the SE lineup at that price point that will work for you and your style. And if there's a guitar that's in the more expensive PRS lineups, you will be able to attain a more affordable version of that guitar. And this one that we're going to focus on today, the Swamp Ash Special, is actually quite a unique one, namely because of the swamp ash that denotes the body wood that this guitar uses, but also the special. So if you followed the channel at all, you may be aware that I'm a huge fan of their special semi-hollow guitars, which was introduced a few years ago, and with it came this configuration for PRS pickups, where you have two humbucking pickups and a single coil in the middle. And it just meant that you could get tones and sounds that you could not get from any other PRS guitar at the time, and I still think that that's the case. So now with the SE line of guitars, they've introduced that same kind of model, that same kind of design, with the three pickups, with the single coil in the middle and two humbucking pickups, and it allows you to get tones that you could not get from any other SE guitar. And that got me thinking that this could well be one of, if not the most versatile model in the SE lineup. So let's grab one of the guitars and delve a little deeper. Okay, so for us to grab one of the guitars in question, this lovely Swamp Ash Special, just one thing I want to mention is that what I said before about SEs and that PRS sell thousands upon thousands of them, the great relationship that we have with PRS means that John was able to obtain tons of these guitars, which is great news for a customer because there's such a variety, especially with this particular model, this Swamp Ash. You can see all of the amazing detail that's in the finish of this guitar, and the variety is enormous within each colour and within each top. And on the website you will see individual photographs for every single guitar that we have in stock right now, including the details of the weight and individually detailed photos. And because of that, and because of the sheer volume of these guitars that we have, these are currently on a very, very good deal of £499 English pounds, which for that kind of money, for the guitar that you get and the quality that PRS put into their SE products, it makes it extremely compelling and extremely competitive compared to what else is out there on the market for this kind of money. And as I alluded to in the intro there about the versatility of this thing, that's where this really holds an edge ahead of some of the competition. So specifically I mentioned about the pickup configuration. So with this model you have two humbucking pickups and a single coil in the middle position. So this three-way position gives you either bridge pickup by itself, the two humbuckers, or the neck humbucker by itself. But where this gets interesting, and unlike any other SE guitar, or indeed any other guitar at this price point that I can think of, when you pull up on the tone control this push-pull control, you then add in this middle single coil to the mix. So now your bridge position gives you these two together. The middle position actually gives you all three together, and the neck position gives you the neck and the middle. And as you'll hear from the tonal clips in this video, this gives this guitar a really unique vocal-like articulation. It's the thing that made me fall in love with the Quarterline special semi-hollow guitar, and that attribute is the same here in that it has this very unique kind of mid-range cut and presence that I don't think you get from many other guitars, and that alone, even though it's only technically 6 pickup switching options, 3 standard and 3 with the push-pull up, the amount of detail that's in the tone means that you can get really unique sounds and carve out some really versatile tones. All of these guitars are currently available for an incredible price of £499. And on top of that great price, you also benefit from all the other perks of buying from Peach Guitars. All of these guitars are photographed and weighed individually, which is a service that not many other retailers will provide for guitars of this price point. Each and every guitar will receive a complimentary setup from our in-store luthiers, who are also happy to accommodate any specific custom requests that you may have for the setup of your guitar. And for a small upcharge, you can opt to have the guitars set up by the Plek machine as well. Every item in our stock is packed up and delivered straight from our on-site warehouse to you by one of our trusted couriers. So the colours available on this Swamp Ash Special is this Eerie Blue, Charcoal and Vintage Sunburst. Okay, so just a little bit more on Swamp Ash itself, so the wood that this guitar consists of. It's a very nice lightweight wood, and tonally as well, Swamp Ash has a little bit of a mid-range dip, I would say, compared to some other tone woods that we're more familiar with. And what that means, especially in conjunction with this maple neck and fingerboard, is that the guitar has really detailed top end, and you hear that in the clean tones that I had in this video, as well as the overdriven tones. It always cuts, it never sounds muddy, and that's in large part due to the wood configuration, in my opinion. I think it has a lot of articulation, a lot of clarity. These are all words that I like to use quite a lot of the time, but with very good reason, and when it applies to guitars like this, at this kind of price point, it's not something that you find too often. Usually guitars are reserved, with those kind of qualities, are reserved for the higher end and the more budget unfriendly kind of price brackets. But this, at the price that it is, and it gives you all of those same kind of touch sensitive and clarity dependent artifacts, I think is quite a rare find. It also means that this is quite a viable alternative if you're looking at PRS but you don't quite want to stretch to their S2 lineup and their core lineup in terms of those prices. This gives you a lot of the same attributes that those more expensive guitars have. So a little bit more spec info on these things. These guitars all have the PRS shallow violin top carve, which gives a little bit of a beveling around the edge. It makes the finish really project and pop, and it also means that when you rest your arm on the guitar to play it, it actually has a little extra level of comfort, in my opinion. Outside of that, it's fairly typical PRS specs. 25-inch scale length, so that nice sweet spot between Fender style and Gibson style scale lengths. 22 frets, 10-inch fingerboard radius. And then the pickups, we have 8515S humbucking pickups with the AS01S single coil in the middle position. And one unique thing about this single coil is it features both Alnico and steel components in the magnet, so that gives that very unique tone to this specific single coil pickup. So that's quite enough waffling from me, I would say. If you've enjoyed the tones though and you want to find out a little bit more information about the guitar, you can of course head to our website and check out the listings for each of these instruments, and indeed any of the other selections that we have from PRS in their SE lineup, their S2 lineup, or the fully fledged American core and private stock lineups. Just for your reference today as well, the tones that you're hearing were courtesy of a divided by 13 FTR 37 amplifier set clean with a bit of reverb, and the gain tones were from a Bad Cat Burmese drive overdrive pedal. So thank you very much folks for watching. As always, I hope that you've enjoyed, and if you have, please remember to leave a like, comment down below with your thoughts on these fine guitars, hit subscribe if you'd like to see even more from us in the future, but until next time, take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.